today's episode is going to be around altcoins, coins from previous cycles, and what you should do with them if you hold any, and how to know when to exit a position when you hold them. Because we have many people entering our coaching, or beginners in general, they tend, and I don't really know why, to be honest, to buy coins that were hot before. They buy stuff like Cardano, XRP, and stuff like that. And they always ask us, should I go out now? Should I hold it? Because what happens if the coin goes back up to my entry again? Like, what should I do with the coin? I don't want to sell it because I think I'll lose it. I'll sell it at a loss. So what's the best thing here to do, Jack? What's the best thing to do here, Robin? And this is what the episode is going to be. And we're going also to talk about old coins versus new coins and how you guys can maximize your gains the next cycle.
All right, so let me take it from here. By the way, I love your metaphors with I will start with one small story, and maybe some of you see himself in it. One of our best clients, actually, I won't say his name because I think he wants to stay private. When he started working with me back in the days, with us back in the days, he was holding a very large position in Cardano. And the reason for that was that during the last cycle, he made a bunch of money with Cardano, and he thought that this cycle will repeat itself. So Cardano will again outperform most of the other currencies out there in the market. And which it didn't. And thankful, he came to us before the bull run and basically outperformed the old portfolio firm. And people often have this mindset, I think, because in the stock market, old companies usually stand for more security and less risk. And the thing that people often forget in crypto is that old doesn't equal more secure. And even if they are bigger currencies in terms of the market cap, this doesn't mean that they are more secure. It's just the crypto market. You can view the crypto market basically as a tech startup market, and either your solution gets to the top one rank and is the one solution that is getting used by every other project or company out there, or your product is irrelevant. And this is what happens, for example, with coins like Cardano. We can also talk about XRP, because I know a lot of people think XRP is a good currency. But this is basically, I think, the main thinking of people who come into crypto and buy these old currencies, because they promise more security in their mind, because they come from the stock market.
It's actually a very good argument, but yeah, like 100%. This I actually didn't think about this, but it's true. I just don't think it's maybe yeah, I know what you mean with security, like security that they will grow over time. But yeah, when you said security, I don't know why I was thinking about risk.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're a bit less risky, I would say, than other altcoins. But the big thing is that the upside, like the growth potential, is capped. Like they will not grow as much as a new entrant. And as an investor, I'm a new investor. Every investor, what's their goal?
To make money.
To make money. So if I invest in the cryptocurrency space, I want to maximize my gains. And the best formula to do that is to have a mix between altcoins, but it's only a certain amount of coins. It's only a handful of coins like Bitcoin and Ethereum, and to like put a turbo behind it with like new coins that are going to the moon. So you have the perfect balance between the two. And many people think, because first of all, I think the biggest problem is that people do not understand what the market cap is. I don't want to get too much into technicals, but basically they only look at the price, and because of unit bias, it's also because people psychologically, they tend to buy the cheapest things. So they go into the top 10s and are like, okay, XRP is at 60 cents and Bitcoin is at 70,000. Should I get 1 million XRPs or should I get 0 point something Bitcoin? The math is not right, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
So I get it. I know why people buy it, but all right. First of all, let's talk about why altcoins are worse than new coins. And then let's talk about what to do when you bought these coins.
Okay, so we basically have two very different concepts that we also have to talk about. This one is basically the hype cycle.
Yeah.
Because for beginners in crypto, you might never heard this, but crypto is often called an attention economy, meaning the price of the currencies which go up are the ones which gain the most attention. And people are, or humanity is often drawn to new things, to something which is shiny, or the shiny object syndrome. So you often look for something new, and something new usually catches more attention. And meaning, basically, when you would look at two coins, one is newly launched and one is already on the market for quite some time, you would directly think that the new one offers more potential. So the attention goes more into the direction of new coins because they are new. Then, of course, you also have some other things. I don't want to get too deep into it, but let's say
we can get to, I would say we can talk about 3-4 coins so that the viewers understand like why new coins are better than old.
All right, let's make the comparison between what's a newly launched layer 1, which is really hyped up.
Like we can just say in general, like a new and an old coin.
All right, so let's just take the layer 1 example, so blockchain. Usually a blockchain before it launches goes through different phases, meaning you have the testnet, where only certain people are able to do certain transactions on this blockchain. And then you have the mainnet. Let's put it like that, pretty simple. And even the event of launching the public or the mainnet, the official product, is generating a lot of attention. Now, this organically leads to more attention towards this new product because of to this new coin, because they have new updates and more updates during the hot early time. When you look at Cardano, for example, I think there was one update this year, which was like a big thing. But this is more or less the only thing that happened around Cardano, which generated some form of hype. But that's it. So you have new coins which organically have more partnership announcement, investment announcements. You have so much more attention that goes into that direction out of an organic perspective versus old ones. So attention-wise, new projects directly win. Maybe you want to add something.
Yeah, they haven't exhausted like the hope of the holders, because if you're a Cardano holder, like how often have you been promised that this coin is going to be like the next Bitcoin, the next big thing? And everyone has been disappointed.
Yeah.
Whereas if you have a new coin, like there's still hope. Everyone's like, oh, give it a chance. It's already 3 months old. But if you hold Cardano and you know the website and Twitter, they talk about something, you're just like, okay, it's been around since like I don't know how many years it's been around. Like, let's say at least 4, 5, 6 years. And they still haven't delivered what they promised. So why should I trust them? Why should I buy what they're telling? So what you said there is a good point. Like maybe we can ping pong the points. I can add another one and you can add another one.
Yeah, that's good.
So yeah, one on top of my head. Maybe we're starting with the less relevant ones, but it's okay because you'll get the most relevant ones at the end. But one of the less relevant but still good relevant things is that new coins have a fresh chart, which means if you know a bit of technical analysis, if the price goes up, goes down, then goes up again, where the price was up the last time, you will have some sort of resistance, it's called, where the price will go down again. And with new coins, you don't have that. So you have a blank chart, you know, like it has just room to grow like exponential. It's just like Bitcoin when it goes into price discovery. What's price discovery? It's when it breaches the previous all-time highs. what happens then is that you have a fresh chart, like you don't know where the top is. There's no resistance. And this is one aspect of why Bitcoin forms parabolas, because of this effect. It's just a fresh chart. There's no previous resistance, like only psychology and hype can determine, okay, in whales, where do we stop? And you have this effect with new coins too. So this would be another point.
Yeah, definitely also very good one. I would say new coins, like you talked about that already, but why do people buy, for example, the new meme coin and not a meme coin which is already on the market, like for example Dogecoin or Shiba Inu? And often what I think is when you enter a community of some project and you see these guys who are already big whales who already made like huge amounts of money with that project, you don't see yourself as a person who's also able to do that. Like you want to be in the shoes of someone who's also early to something. And just recently I had a conversation with someone who said his main target wasn't like to make money, but to be early in something. And status is also one of the drivers, maybe not the most important one, but one of the drivers where also people say, okay, I would rather buy something new where I'm also part of this project from the get off, like from the beginning, from the early days. So I would say this is another point, maybe not the most important one, but there are so many factors which play into each other that make new coins just so much more interesting as an investment for people who just come into crypto.
Yeah. And also, if we can get to the more important points right now, and I think one of the most important ones is that you have so many bag holders left of last cycle, which adds a tremendous amount of selling pressure. For those of you that don't understand what I'm saying, I'm going to explain it in a very easy way. So basically, imagine you come at the last bull market in 2021, you have your cash, whatever, and you go all into some coins that some guy shipped, which is going to be Cardano. Conveniently, it's going to be Cardano. So you enter at the top, and then it goes down. You say, okay, it's a good project. It's going to go up again. Goes up a bit, and then it crashes more. And then you're just like, okay, at this point, I can just hold this coin, whatever. So all of these guys, they have a certain price target in their head where they bought this coin. So they will sell their coins as soon as the price goes up again to where they bought. And this will add a lot of selling pressure because these guys came in with a lot of money. Okay. And everyone that bought down here, and when the price goes up, you will have a lot of people just selling. And it's not just one guy. It's like so many guys lost so much money with Cardano, with altcoins, or all the beginners that want to go back to break even. Because we will talk about when to exit a losing position at the end. But what all the beginners do is they just let it ride, let the coin die, and then sell it break even, which is one of the worst things you can do. But everyone does that, 90%. So imagine millions of people buying this coin, and then they're just waiting to sell until the price goes up. There's so much selling pressure, and you don't have this for new coins. Yeah. New coins you don't have that.
Exactly. And especially if you bought something like Cardano close to its all-time high, just think about all the people who bought after you, who are also looking to sell, like to reach that target, where you bought Cardano. There's so much selling pressure, as you said, till you will be able to break even. It will take a lot of time, and there are also factors like, for example, increased token inflation, which leads to. Let's talk about market cap for a second. If you take two coins, I don't know the exact market cap of Cardano, which is why I want to say Cardano right now. Let's say you have two coins, and one has the price of 50 cents, but a market cap of 100 million. And I don't go into the supply specifics. And another coin which is worth $1, but only a market cap of let's say he's also at the price of 50 cents. But the market cap is at 50 million. So let's say you are betting on the price to double. So both should go to $1. The first coin, which has a market cap of $100 million, needs $100 million of fresh capital to pump the price to $1. And on the other hand, you have the same project, but with the same price, but with lower market cap of 50 million, which only needs $50 million of fresh capital. And this basically shows that market cap is the relevant metrics to look at. And if you look at coins like Cardano, the typical backholder coins, the coins that got bought during the last cycle and are still in the portfolios of people during this cycle. Usually these are coins like XRP, Cardano, sort of BNB maybe. BNB, even if I don't think it's very bad currency, but it's maybe not, it has no main purpose, I would say, in a portfolio, but we will get into that in another episode. But basically, these coins have such a huge market cap. So even if you want your investment to go back where you bought, the amount of capital which is needed to flow into these coins, you don't have attention for this project, which could create like some crazy wave of buying pressure, and you need a lot of buying pressure to get that so the coin gets back the price where you bought. So yeah, maybe you want to add something to that, but
Yeah, no, I have one more point that's super important to me. And that's also, if you think about it, what does each coin have? They have a team. And what happens when you launch a new coin?
yeah,
The team tokens are not released yet, or they're released over many years, which means if I'm in the team of a new coin that launches, I have to wait 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years until I collect my tokens. So I have a direct incentive to produce the best project that I can so that the price goes up, so that with my tokens that I have, that I can sell them at a good price.
Yeah.
But what happens to all the guys that are in teams and that already sold their tokens and where all the tokens are unlocked? You know, they don't have an incentive. Like, okay, I can make my millions. Look at the Curve guy.
yeah,
It's the CEO of Curve. He bought a house in Australia for $40 million, $40. And where's Curve now? You know, he cashed out. He was like, sayonara, see you. He doesn't have an incentive anymore. He's rich as fuck.
yeah,
He doesn't care. So this is one of the biggest points for me. Like, the team is the leading power engine behind a coin. And if they are motivated, they have the incentive to pump the price, they will do it. But if they make 40 million and they live in a mansion, smoking cigars or whatever, eating, you know, like Michelin star every day, like, why do you do it for, you know?
exactly.
You're not hungry.
There are only like a couple of teams out there where you would say, okay, they are still hungry, but I would say 99% of them. Even if you look at the Ethereum Foundation,
Italian got a girlfriend now.
he's grown up. Like, you know, what should he do? Like, next mission in his life is kids.
Yeah.
But yeah, so to summarize, there are so many points which speak for new coins, and this basically also means old coins are not worth it.
Yeah.
There are only like a couple where you can say, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. You say that all the time. These three are gold. Like, you can buy them and you can pretty surely say that they will go up eventually in the future. Also, again, we won't go into technicals here, but overall, these are basically the safe ones. Now let's talk about like what should people do with their current positions in these old altcoins.
So yeah, for me, that's pretty easy. It's a very easy thing to do,
Yeah.
but no one does it. Guys, like, if you are new to this or in general, I don't know why, but people, when they're new and they lose money, they have this obsession that they want to wait before they sell.
Yeah.
Even if they found a new coin, they want to sell it to win
Yeah.
or at break even.
Yeah.
That's stupid. And what ends up happening 95% of the time is price goes down and they lose a shit ton of money, or it goes up, but the whole market goes up more. So they end up losing money, you know? So opportunity cost.
Yeah.
So it's so easy. You have a coin, it's an altcoin, and you do an analysis of many coins, ideally. And that's what we do with all our clients. Everyone knows how to do that. And it's not like you think, like there's some methods behind it that no one else teaches. And once you find and identify good coins, and you have your old bag of shit, and you have your new good coin, which you analyze, why don't you drop this one to buy this one to outperform when things go up, to outperform when things go down, and make more money overall? It's so easy. Just replace it. There's no science to it. There's no secret to it. If you have a coin, if you're holding Polkadot, Cardano, Uniswap, or stuff like that already pumped a lot, like just get rid of it, sell it, and buy the next big thing. That's literally it. I cannot put it more simply and direct, to be honest.
Yeah, when you started the episode, I was also thinking about like, what do you want to say? Like, it's just opportunity cost. Yeah, so
people have this mental block. Do you want to talk about this?
Like I think
the attachment.
Yeah, the attachment to it, because some people make money with it. Also, if you sell that coin, it means that you are honest to yourself and say that you made a mistake by not selling earlier.
It's just a logical action.
It's a logical action, but people, I would say, sometimes have difficulties with being honest with themselves and say that they were wrong. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So
that's maybe you're right.
Yeah.
Like that's.
So I think this holds some people back, and then also like people only see the money they have lost and not the money they could have made with other investments.
Yes.
So I think there's a lot of emotional blockades which leads to them not selling, even if it's the logical thing to do.
Yeah. It's also, I would say, the ego. It's like you invested into something and you're like, shit, I should have made money with this.
Yeah.
I don't want to go down that way.
Yeah.
It's like pride. But as we're saying this in every episode, don't get emotionally attached to altcoins. I literally don't care if I lose. It's part of the game.
Exactly.
Like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And if I win, I'm also not running around naked and screaming and whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just chill.
One thing I learned from, I don't know what the name was of the founder, like CEO, basically said, I care less about wins, but also I'm not angry about losses.
Exactly.
So in both directions, don't get emotional. Like you can, like if you made a huge win, of course you can go for a party. But then next day, in front of the desk, same thing again, continue the work, one to X, does not bring the bread on the table for the rest of the life. So you need to hustle further and go further. And the same in the other way, in the other direction. Like if you lost money, this is a lesson, take it as a lesson, and not as something which says you are the worst person on earth and you should never touch crypto again. A loss is a loss, and a loss is a lesson, in my opinion. Like,
very good. I think that's a very good statement to conclude this episode.
Yeah, exactly.
We talked about the benefits of new coins versus altcoins and what you should do when you buy an old, outdated dinosaur coin, which is very easy, to be honest, the action. But guys, trust me, like you will outperform the market if you buy new coins.
Yeah.
If you build an optimal portfolio for your circumstances. That's why we teach. That's where we always like to see people knowing what they're doing, because the crypto market's getting harder and harder, by the way. And yeah, I think everyone who really wants to know more about new coins, altcoins, which coins to buy, which coins not to buy, when to exit, what can they do if they want to know that, Rob?
If you want a guided approach, which is proven by I don't know how many investors we met at this point, over 600 investors. So if you want to be part of that journey, if you want that guided approach, just visit the link underneath that episode. When you're on Spotify, in the description. When you're on YouTube, it should pop up directly when you watch the video. So just click it, and over there you will find all the information about our method, how we work with people. And if that sounds like something that could help you, don't worry, like I don't bite. You can book a free consultation with me over there. and we will walk over the situation and see if crypto is the best thing for you at your current stage. With that being said,
like, subscribe, comment. We'll go through every comment of yours. And of course, always share these videos if you gained a lot of value from it. That's it from me, I guess.
yeah, from me as well. See you in the next episode. Bye bye.